Hello and welcome to episode 37 of Beboop Podcast with your host Brian Culver.
Quingant.
Tom Lasardi.
Here again. We went on a little 2-week break.
Yes, we did.
One was a cancel.
We went crazy. We went to Cancun.
Mm-hmm. And we went to
Cancun.
Juarez, Mexico.
We got tacos.
We went to Juarez. We got some Juarez from 1995. It's good stuff.
I
The
don't
fuck
know
are
what
you
he's
talking
talking
about?
about.
That's some free software you can get that you can hack with Juarez.
Are we diving right into it?
This
Looking
is
at
it.
old websites.
AOL was purchased.
It
was.
Even
That's
the
tech
internet?
news.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I don't remember who bought it though, so it's not really very helpful. No, it was what was it? Who bought AOL?
Well, that's crazy. That...
Verizon bought AOL.
What are they going to do with it?
I don't know.
Oh, they're gonna take that.
Make a museum out of it?
I know, like it's surprising that's around. That's a legacy brand.
AOL still has AOL owns Huffington Post and Engadget and TechCrunch.
Oh,
and,
okay. So they went to
Wow.
media.
Yes.
That's what they switched over. After being in the coaster business for so long.
Well, they still have like $15 billion a year. Fucking what's it called?
Internet?
Yeah, dial-up internet.
Because
service
of
as well.
the rural
That Verizon will
areas.
probably just spin off.
Yeah, it's like whenever I
you-
want somebody to not contact me, I just give them an AOL address.
Um,
I think that
Is that
they're
what you
good.
used for your adult friend finder account that got leaked?
That's Hotmail.
Okay.
One of the original
Hotmail, the pervs email.
AOL creators is an investor in Sparefoot, who recently donated or not donated, invested quite a bit of money. There's an interview with him on Sparefoot's website on their blog if you want to watch that. It's interesting. Fuck you.
Oh, please.
That doesn't make any sense. I've never understood those jokes because it's not like, hey, let's do it.
Joke.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, like the
through
aggression
line.
is like, I accept your aggression as sexual advances.
Yeah, exactly.
And I raise you one penis.
And 2 balls, if you're lucky.
This is the worst. We should talk about what we've been doing these last 2 weeks.
Oh, so the last 2
Brian.
weeks. Oh, last week. It was like, okay, so Austin's been insane. It's been like
Austin's a
Insane
mess,
in the
yeah.
membrane.
raining. It's Seattle. It's raining more than Seattle and Austin.
Except you don't get paid like you do in Seattle, and the quality of life isn't
And the
quite
coffee
as high.
is not as good.
It's not. It's really not. I'm drinking this crap.
He chose to drink this.
You should drink better coffee. My coffee's pretty good.
Yeah.
Brian
Well,
made coffee for us, and you were like, no, I don't want Brian's coffee.
They already had coffee, 'cause
I'm
I
too
didn't-
punk for homemade coffee. I need that gas station guzzle, 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 guzzle.
No, I just didn't
No,
expect there
this
to be
is the
coffee
worst.
because you always chew me out for drinking your coffee. So I thought I'd bring my own.
No,
I almost brought a bag of coffee
That would've
so
been
that there
useful.
would have been coffee grounds here
So
when I came over for podcasting.
San Antonio blend is our favorite.
I've got
H-E-B?
some of the
Oh no,
gingerbread and
Okay.
the Christmas.
You saved it. You saved
What?
it by saying gingerbread. I was like ginger. I'm like no. bread.
It's just ground
Yes.
up Irish people.
I've come to drinking almost exclusively guyaki yerba mate energy drinks.
Yeah.
And they're like, they've got to be at least a little bit better than Monster, right? I mean, they're like
Wait.
organic and fair trade.
What's the name of the
It's yerba mate, but it's guyaki yerba mate.
Do they have the same thing? Okay, so energy drinks. The cornerstone of all energy drinks is caffeine,
Monster?
taurine, and the B12 and B6.
I don't know if they have all of that shit. It's really just brewed tea. It's just
Yeah.
they have like it's yerba mate and then a bunch of caffeine, like 150 milligrams of caffeine.
We're gonna have to
Right.
get
They
a
have different
bottle or a
flavors.
can and
But
look
that
at the back.
B12 is
Yeah.
really what gives you a lot of the energy.
The
And the yellow pea.
the thing I really like about them is I might be all in my
Super
head. It might be
neon
insane,
yellow.
but it feels like a less jittery caffeine rush. Like it's
Huh.
more smooth.
Well, you
I
should
don't know
stop
if I
putting
believe it.
Coke in your coffee.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should stop shaking small amounts of cocaine and crushed up Adderall into all the coffee that I drink. But and it's also less acidic, so like coffee will sometimes upset my stomach. But
Yeah.
they have those at Whole Foods right now. You heard it here first. Right now it's 4 for $5 guyaki. You look like you're like quietly masturbating under the table.
I have an issue with my shorts.
So you are adjusting.
I'm adjusting. I adjusted, gentlemen. We are prepared to go.
Should we give an edit point so we don't talk about your penis for too long?
I don't mind.
Okay, cool. So should we go longer? How's your penis been for the last 2 weeks?
Fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Longer.
But
Yours?
at Whole Foods, mine's been fine. I mean,
right.
nothing special. The yerba mate has been it's 4 for $5, and if you buy a case, you get 10% off. So we bought a lot of them.
That's
How
cool.
many cases did you get?
We bought 50 cans. So
Nice.
Not cases. But we just have them at home, and my whole family drinks them. Not the children, but they probably could.
So
What is caffeine?
Yeah.
Doesn't stunt their growth.
I mean, like kids drink soda all the time.
Yeah, sure.
So Ireland
What?
made it. It's a country that just said it's okay to get gay married.
Yeah,
The first ones to
which is
do it, I
crazy
think.
because
Whole
they're
country.
extremely Catholic.
Yeah.
And the coolest part is that it was by popular vote. So
Yeah.
it didn't have like the government didn't really do it necessarily. It was all
Right.
power of the people stuff, and it was 70% of the vote.
So does this take effect over all of Ireland? It's not just
Yes.
North Ireland.
Yes.
I would assume so. It's insane because they're super Catholic. Like they have pretty strict.
Except for the
abortion
Protestant
laws.
ones.
Protestants, yeah. Except for the Protestants,
fair.
that whole thing.
The troubles.
They're highly religious though, just in general.
Yeah, with
so
their
it's
guns
a
and their
nice
bombs.
change.
And their guns. Zombie.
Yeah, that is really
With their
cool.
arms.
That's something that I'm hoping will trickle down to the U.S.
Well,
and
the Supreme
other
Court,
countries.
they're doing that hearing. I don't think they ruled on it yet, but it's basically if they go one way and say it's unconstitutional, let's say gay people can't get married, then it'll just happen. It'll just all the states. Like
Over
it
the
or
last
not.
2
Yeah.
weeks, I got a marriage license, a straight marriage license.
When are you
Alright.
gonna get a gay one?
But I asked them there. I was like, it's not legal to get gay married in Texas, right? And the person was like, no. And I was like, what about if you get a sex change? And the guy was like, yes. So whatever it says on your driver's license is what we go by.
Huh?
So I don't know how difficult it is, but it might not be like crazy difficult to get a sex change because I know that you can identify as a different gender on your like legally on your driver's
Right.
license without getting like top and bottom surgery.
Right.
So you might be able to do that. It's like a fun loophole. You just change your gender.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can start taking estrogen, and that might be enough without even the
I have
surgical
no
part
idea.
of it.
Enough
yeah.
soy.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
enough naturally occurring estrogen, you can identify as the opposite gender. It's very. I don't know if I'm using all the correct language, but I don't think I'm necessarily being offensive. But it was interesting to me because like when I talked to the guy, it was obviously a question that he like wished he didn't have to answer when I just asked him. I was just
he like-
curious. It is crazy how easy it is to get a marriage license
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah.
You need
Well,
to
I mean,
it's
pay
just getting married.
$81.
Well, it's just
That's
like
it.
it's just like Vegas too.
Yeah.
I mean, once you realize that it's that easy pretty much everywhere,
It is. It's,
as long as you don't have a super busy county clerk or whatever.
yeah, you have to have a person. So we got the marriage license. It was $81. It took exactly as long as it takes to spend $81 to get a marriage license.
Nice.
And then we have to have it signed by someone who's legally allowed to sign it. And those people just,
Anybody, I can go online and
yeah, they exist in
$15
droves,
and
especially
done.
in
Yeah.
Texas. You don't need all that much. You
Yeah.
don't need to like specifically be like ordained or whatever the terminology is in Texas. You just have to be like someone from around the country and you work.
but
You don't need witnesses.
Yeah.
You can be your own witnesses if you want to sign your marriage license.
nice.
Their marriage license is also really poorly printed. So like it's
Ooh.
really pixelated, which is really funny
Oh,
because like
that's
they
lame.
obviously do it in house because they can, but their
Higher
printers are
resolution,
old.
please.
Yeah, it's really funny. It looks very old school because it was obviously like this tiny picture that they blew up big. as
Yeah.
it
Not
should
old
be.
school. That's crap school.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
shitty.
They could literally just give Tom or me like 2 hours of work, and we would have a high res version of it that's far superior.
Oh
to
yeah,
that.
I mean, and then I could also have like printed it off in my inkjet printer at home, and it would
Yeah.
look better.
Yeah.
I was hoping they had somebody like doing calligraphy on it by
Yeah.
hand.
With small spectacles.
Uh-huh. Or
Maybe
like,
one of the little-
or they're like chiseling out a new stamp for each one.
There you go.
Like the little
Yeah.
metal things,
Oh,
and then they ink
speaking-
it up, and then
Of chiseling out. Another thing I did in the last 2 weeks is went and bought a wedding ring. My wedding ring is fucking boss.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
David Yurman ring with a giant petersite stone in it.
Cool.
you just said a lot of things I don't understand. Do you have
It's
a picture?
fancy designer, and it has a giant blue galaxy-looking rock in it.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
What
it's
kind of
really
metal?
Awesome. It's like silver or something cheap. But it's
I'm
awesome.
excited to have a band. I can't wait to have one. I'm just gonna have like
A wedding
just a
band,
wedding
or
band.
I thought you meant
Cool.
like
I
a
got
metal
Yeah,
band.
I got a crazy thing. So I wanted to get Meteorite, but I talked to the people on site about it, and they were like, no, Meteorite's a really bad daily ring because it's mostly iron, so it
Yeah.
rusts.
Yeah.
You don't want your ring every day to rust. It's interesting.
Maybe you do. Maybe you want a rust ring.
A rust ring? What
Oh,
I
I've
wanted...
had those in my tub, and they're not fun.
What I really wanted was a turquoise ring they had. It was called the Frontier ring, if you want to look it up. But it
Is
was
a knife on it?
No,
Frontier ring.
it had like
Oh, man, how cool would that be? A switchblade wedding ring?
A Bowie knife.
sure
Oh,
they
or like
exist.
Wolverine?
Schnick, schnick.
Three little
Schnick,
tiny.
wait, do your Wolverine impression
schnick.
again. Schnick, schnick.
That's the
Like
sound
from
it-
Clerks.
Yeah. that's
Oh, okay.
and the reason they say that is because that's what it says in the comic book.
Oh,
Schnick,
really?
schnick, when
It says
comes
schnick,
out.
schnick?
Yeah.
Okay, I was not
Yeah.
privy to this, so it was all new to me, and it was
Schnick, schnick,
hilarious.
bitches. Full berserker. Also.
Yes.
Do
Yes,
you
Brian.
think they
There
make
is an
brass
official-
knuckle wedding rings?
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, you
that-
can.
that they do.
Mine is not a wedding ring. It's just a fashion ring I'm using as a wedding ring. But it's really getting me into the world of like male expensive
clubs.
rings.
The hip hop world, then, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I want to get. There was
A
a
wedding
bling-
grill.
One of my ring options was a bling option, and the bling option had blue sapphires, and it was really awesome.
Sponsored by Jostins.
Justin.
They
I
control.
have a
a
class
lot
ring.
of jewelry.
I have a class ring. A lot of the rings I shied away from, I didn't go to because they look too much like a class ring, like some of
Yeah.
the signet rings. But I might sell magic cards to get the money to buy a dinosaur bone ring just to wear casually.
That'd be real cool.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's this giant red ring with these like really cool striations
Red
in it.
ring.
Red ring. Red ring.
Yeah, the marriage. Red ring. Red ring.
That's something I realized recently is that if I want to spend money on myself, I can just sell my magic cards and use
Yeah.
that money. So like I've spent too much money on Hearthstone. I just sold magic cards to pay for it. Now Natalie's not mad at me.
Yeah. That's what I do. Like, if I need something else that I want to like spend some money on, I'll just sell equipment I'm not using.
Exactly.
That's why I always buy things that are resellable.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
your
awesome.
body.
So, guys, Earth has a new flag. A flag. There's a flag for Earth.
There is.
That is
Yes.
the
in case.
ugliest flag
Yes.
I've ever seen.
What is it?
It has
Did
to
you
be-
design it, Tom?
That's why it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
You like your like visceral reaction to how ugly this thing is pretty great. I want to
Well,
see
it's
it.
like-
I haven't seen
it's
it.
It made me puke in my mouth a little bit.
There's actually a few. Well, there's the UN. Okay, it's a Celtic knot, and it's probably like based on.
There
some,
are
like,
way
ancient
better
thing.
Celtic knots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like very generic geometric pattern.
Yeah, it looks honestly, it's reminiscent to me of. Has anyone seen Hillary Clinton's bumper stickers she's sending out for president?
No, what are they doing?
Or seen her horrible logo that's an H with an arrow?
No.
It's like this color block white H with a red arrow. Like just it looks like it was made with clip art. It's really, 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 really ugly, and it just seems like Obama's stickers were really well designed. I
Oh, yeah.
thought like his
Yeah.
logo was very pretty. It had some like heft to it. It was
And it
dimensional.
was easy to
I
work
don't know.
off of too, and like you see all the posters that came from that.
Yeah, and like the only things I've seen that people have done like creatively with Hillary's are talking shit on it with like arrows pointed in the wrong direction or things like that.
Put a
Her-
wiener on it.
It's just so poorly designed. I mean, it looks like a random intern with no background was tasked with making it, and then they didn't check anything and just sent him out.
Oh, that sounds good. Let's just $10,000.
Exactly. And it's probably true. I mean, I don't know. Any one of us could have designed something better, and I have no formal background. The two of you do to some
Yeah,
degree.
but Kathy Ulu, come on.
Well, Kathy Ulu is the best thing that's ever been made with Photoshop. We can post it below. I'll send it to you.
Okay, Kathy Ulu, check it out.
Captain Sulu.
It's Kathy from the Kathy comics, Ack Kathy with her cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just one where she says Ack, but I replaced her face with Cthulhu's face. And I made it in it's not well made. I made it with the stock photo manipulator software on Macs, where I just used their magic lasso to cut out
Like
Cthulhu's
Element
face.
or something.
Exactly, and I just put it on top of Kathy, and moved it into the right place. But it looks better.
You're a
than
wonderful artist.
Yeah, it's really the thought that counts with Kathy Ulu.
I feel like there's an Admiral Akbar joke in there too with her saying Ak. She's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Akbar, and it just Kathy with Akbar's face.
That would be
It's
good.
a coffee.
We could make that too. We could have a series of Kathy.
It's just the same stock Kathy and then different faces on it.
I went
like
through
this.
a really funny to me phase where I was just using that magic lasso to make hilarious pictures.
Mm-hmm.
The one other one that I remember was there was a meme going around about Spike Lee's attire at a Lakers game, where he was wearing a big ascot for some reason, and the color palette was really strange. So I kept his people were putting crazy clothes. They were putting clown clothes on him, and being like, "Look at what he was wearing." So I just left his clothes the same, but put a giraffe's head. I was like, "Look at what Spike Lee was wearing."
A giraffe's head.
No one liked that one.
It'd be funnier if you didn't even show the head part. You just filled the frame with just the giraffe
Just a
neck.
giraffe neck.
It's just we couldn't get it the full frame. It's a bad picture too. Oh, within 2 weeks, I also watched Ex-machina
I've not seen that movie. Was it good?
You should
You didn't
see it.
like it. From
I
Facebook
don't
rants.
understand why people love it.
Okay, but you think it's okay?
I think it's okay.
Because people have nothing between love and hate. They've kind of stripped down. Like when
Yeah.
they've lost their ability to pay attention to things, they lost their ability to be okay with things. They only have, oh, I fucking hate it. That's the worst thing ever. It should die. Or, oh, it's the best thing ever. I love it forever. Wait, something shiny.
Yeah.
So if we
like,
can go down that tangent really fast, there's a really cool theory about the reason that happened. And it's around the idea of like micro communities and like Twitter. So like
Yeah.
the ability on the internet to find so many people that think like you is leading to greater like separation,
yep.
greater distance between, it's like it's polarizing. It's polarizing Democrats and Republicans because you can find more people who are very conservative or people who are like
And then you don't have to
extremely
expose
not
yourself
conservative.
to other situations.
Exactly, and there's no reason to because you can find these communities online. So like people who are just meh about community just ignore it completely or hate
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and then they'll gravitate towards those polar opposites. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, and then you have on like the marketing side of it, it's really convenient because you have niche marketing. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, well, my product, like we like asked a bunch of different people and like found out the thing in common is they all love My Little Pony, and like so
Who
I'm
doesn't
a
like My
I'm a
Little
pillow
Pony?
company, right? So then you start just like,
My Little Pillow, My
Yeah.
Little Pillow Company.
yeah, there you go, and you just target towards that and cut out a living.
Cut out a living.
Cut
Cut
out
out
a
a
hole in the
living.
pillow because the bronies want to have sex with the pillows.
Oh God,
Oh my.
alienating all our brony listeners. There goes Steve. Oh no, there is someone named Steve. Fuck, I was trying to do a generic name.
Oh no.
There goes Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
There goes Larry the Brony, our only listener and 5-star commenter every week.
Yeah.
He makes a new account, Larry
He
1,
was
Larry
sad
2.
these last 2 weeks.
Yeah. He killed himself.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, we led to Larry's death.
Oh man.
You used to work with a Larry. I
I
work
did.
with a Larry.
Yeah.
I hope Larry doesn't actually
Well-
like the bronies and listen to this.
Tom got quiet because he's nowhere near the microphone.
There's someone named Larry that you'll be able to meet at my wedding. My
Ooh.
step-grandpa.
All right. Step Gramps.
Step-gramps. Steppy
So,
G.
Ex-machina, right?
Oh,
It's basically a basic rundown of this movie is it's the story of Frankenstein.
Except they have once the guy wants to have sex with Frankenstein.
It's a story of Frankenstein told in a smaller contained world where just like 5 actors, I think, total. And this really beautifully put together set, beautifully shot.
Don't they do Frankenstein when they do it on stage with like 3 actors, maybe even 2?
Yeah, on stage for sure. But then like there's the story, like if you so yeah. I think that's what it is. I think it's the play version of Frankenstein.